This reading is for Virgo. If you are single and if you want to know your blockages, hi, I'm Martina and I'm going to tell you. And I'm going to use my 2 tarot decks that I designed myself. One is for shadow work. We're gonna start with this one. And the other one is for solutions, energies, archetypes, vibes you need, okay, to overcome this. So we're going to start with that. Remember, this is a collective reading. Not everything will resonate. Okay, Virgo. Virgo, looks like you feel lost. Double lost. Okay. Now, it's going to be triggering if you don't like to be triggered. I'm not a person for you. I'm here to trigger. Okay, so you feel lost because I have the World, and that's interesting because we have the first card in tarot and the last card in tarot, the World and the Fool. Okay, you feel lost. You haven't completed something. There is unfinished business. Okay, and you have unfinished business because you were reckless, okay? Because you were reckless, you didn't listen, Virgo, for some reason. Now we have the Moon, so this is like you feel lonely inside, okay? You might have people around you, you might have friends, but deep inside there is a longing, there is loneliness, there is also a need for isolation, but this is not isolation, maybe not healthy isolation. My cat has a lot to say today. The Hierophant, okay? You either have, there was a thing, a marriage or maybe a long-term relationship that blocked your way to happiness. Is no longer a case, but for some reason it's still on your field. It's still on your subconscious mind. It might be like, that we have energetic cores, especially when we've made vows, okay? So if you gave a promise that I will be with you for the rest of your life, okay, and you didn't cut this off energetically, that might still affecting you energetically. The Ace of Cups, again, emotions overflow, but this is like, I feel more like heavy, okay? I feel more like heavy. This is not like you overflow with emotions. You learned to suppress them so why I can't find words. Do you feel anything here right now? I got headaches suddenly. Have you been having any headaches recently? The King of Swords, mental energy, mental king who is cold and emotionally unavailable. And this is your case and you know that, but this is the problem. You are aware of that. You know you're a dismissive avoidant. You know that. And this is something you've tried to work on it, but unsuccessfully. Because see that the thing with triggers, you get triggered and then you isolate yourself. A withdrawal. The Two of Coins, I'm not sure if I told you about the Two of Coins. This is like you feel you don't have much to offer. Like you're not enough. And this is very common for people with dismissive avoidance patterns, okay? This is very common. Like you think you don't have enough and you isolate yourself and you feel like you need to complete things, but this is like never ending story, if I can tell you. And I've been emotionally unavailable for a while. I had to unlearn this pattern. So I know what it's like. I know what it's like when you're trying to. So when I designed those cards, okay, the main idea of the system is when one card appears in shadow and the other in light, this is where we put our focus, okay? The other ones became information, and this is like the main pattern that you need to overcome, and the first one is already here, okay? Okay, what else do you need? Because I really, I feel it's heavy for you. I feel it's heavy for you. It's been heavy for a while, but you pretend it happened. You're a master of pretending, okay? While in... How many I have? Okay, Virgo. One more. Okay. So I have one card that is main blockage and main solution, okay? And it's the moon. Your intuition, following your intuition, you know. Deep down you know. You just decided to ignore. You just decided to ignore everything that your intuition says about your love life, about people you choose, about everything. This is like you know, but you ignore it. So this is like you've decided to isolate yourself. He's walking away, okay, the person in this one. But here, wolves or closer, he stayed, or she stayed. They don't move. They decided to stay. And that's the thing for you. When you feel uncomfortable, when you want to run away, you need to stay. That's the whole recipe to get rid of dismissive avoidance, actually. Easy to say, am I right? Easy to say. So, for the Two of Coins that you think you don't have enough, like you are not enough, this is the Three of Cups, the energy of joy, fun, playfulness. This is the energy of celebration, okay? When you're alone, you might think that you are not enough. But when you're surrounded by your people, or maybe when you celebrate with your person, okay? Imagine that you have someone who celebrates your success, who uplifts you, because this is the energy of emotional support, uplifting, okay? And you have someone who is like believes in you and celebrates with you. Right now, everything is dry. For the world, okay, so uncompleted, unfinished business, it's the Hermit. And this is the sign for you, and this reading should appear because right now when I'm recording this today, exactly, we have the Mercury Retrograde day 1, okay? Mercury is your planet, Virgo, and the Hermit is also your card in tarot. So this has like 3 most important significance today, okay? So when you watch this video, make sure that you choose your path. That's it. Make sure you choose your path. For the Fool and recklessness, okay, and that weird so this is you running away when things get serious. This is you so that's the thing, you don't create conflicts, you simply you simply run away. This is what I'm getting. I don't care if you feel offended. This is about your shadow work and how to overcome that. It's not going to be pleasant. I'm not here to sugarcoat everything. The Knight of Wands, okay? This is you pursuing. This is you getting what you want or who you want. This is you taking action. This is you following your passion, which is the most ironic in this case. The person that appears on that, it was my Virgo, okay? So it has another very important significance for you, the Knight of Wands. You need to tap into that. And that was his potential too, okay? For the Hierophant and that unfinished thing related to marriage or maybe long-term relationship or whatever is still lingering on you. You're emotionally free from that, but not energetically. And maybe there is that feeling of like you've made a promise and you didn't keep it, okay? And you feel guilty about that. Cut this off. The devil. It's about cutting things off. This is about finishing. This is about, okay, it's done. For the Ace of Cups, so your emotions are heavy, you're unable to feel your emotions, then you this is an inability actually to process them, okay? Eight of Cups. So maybe you should use your tendency to running away and instead of running away from emotions, okay, run through emotions. It's still run, but differently, okay? You run through emotions, not from them, okay? For the Knight of Swords, we have the Nine of Coins, okay? So this is your self-worth. Tap into your self-worth. Tap into that energy that you're successful, even if the world will say otherwise. But who set the standards? Are those standards yours, or maybe this is what world decided to be a standard for you? Okay, this is a happiness. This is this is also fulfillment. That's number 9. Okay, 9. The Hermit is 9. Okay, so yeah, working on self-esteem and self-worth is quite tricky because you're gonna have doubts. You're going to be triggered. You're going to have moments where you want to run away, but you have to stay. If you want to have your own reading, the link is in the description, okay? Or if you want to have a consultation, we can dismantle your blockages and your dismissive avoidance too.